Guys, welcome back. I've got a tutorial for you today. A tutorial? What's a tutorial? Tutorial! I got a bunch of new NYX products and I wanted to try them out with you guys, give them like a go and see what I could come up with. I used some of the new Prismatic shadows and some of the new HD blushes and the contour palette and blah 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 blah. So this is one of the two lip looks that I tried out for you, and if you want to go on this journey of a tutorial with me and learn all the products that I used on my way, then just keep watching. Okay guys, we're gonna get started. I got a whole bunch of products from NYX and I'm really excited to use some of them, so I figured I would just do it with you guys. Do it with you guys in the middle of a tutorial. If you hear, by any chance, any sort of noise or clanging in the background, Matt's doing some dishes, so just ignore it. You shouldn't hear it though. My camera should not pick up the noise. Alright, I got a whole bunch of these new eyeshadows from NYX, which are super pigmented and creamy. What are they called? The Prismatic shadows. So I'm going to use some of these in my tutorial, but I don't have any matte shadows. So I also received this, which is the contour palette, and I figured I would use this as some eyeshadow too. So I have not dug into this yet. Here it is. Well, I swatched one, I can't lie. Alright, so I've already primed my eyes using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. I guess I'm going to go ahead and start with this color. I know it looks really washed out in the light, but it's actually like a cream color in the palette, in the contour palette, and I'm going to use that as my highlight shade. Start off with my highlight shade. Now I'm going to grab this kind of brown taupey color and I'm going to use that as my crease color, because it looks nice and safe to use as a crease color. Kind of looks like something I'd use in the crease anyway. My first impression is this is a little powdery when I stick my brush in. It feels a little powdery. I'm used to the NYX blush in taupe being really not powdery at all. So as soon as I stuck my brush in, there was all sorts of, like, let me show you guys. Can you see? There's like all sorts of powdery fallout. So, and I'm only using an eyeshadow brush, so. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on this, just a little concealer brush. Just a little tiny concealer brush. And I'm going to take this first shadow, which is called Frostbite. And Frostbite is a white frost and it's got this blue duochrome to it. It's really super pretty. Now I did swatch a bunch of these shadows, and as much as I thought they were going to be more like Makeup Geek shadows, they're not as creamy, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm just going to pat this color on the one half of my eyelid. I'm going to foil it. Go about one half of the eyelid. Okay, while it's still not kind of wet, I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to kind of blend that edge, because I don't want that to dry and then have trouble blending it later. So I'm just blending that edge a little bit, because that happens. That happens to me sometimes. Pat this out. Pat out the edge. Okay, so I haven't used the shadow yet, so I just wanted to discuss it with you guys. So you see how it's kind of like applying funny? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even. So I'm going to go back in with my finger with that same color and I'm going to kind of tap over the foiled bit with just the dry shadow, because I don't really like the way the finish is coming out. I feel like it's, I don't know, patchy. Now I will say that I had a lot more of an easy time with the Makeup Geek shadows. I feel like you really have to work with these shadows, which kind of annoys me a little bit, because I like it to be easier. Okay, so this next shadow I'm going to, oh my gosh, you guys, it just fell right out of the package. Look at the shadow. Alright, that was a fail. Let's just go ahead and push you right back in. Be careful. These things should come with a warning. Oof. Alright, so we're going to use this shadow now that it's back in the pan. This is in the color Blue Jeans. I can't believe that I just destroyed my shadow. Actually, one of them, that when it came in the mail, one of them was already broken. Yeah, it was totally smushed, which was this one. Totally wrecked. And I fixed it, but they're really delicate. Anyway, I'm going to put this color on the second half of the eyelid. And I'll put that right up to the crease. And I kind of create that cat eye shape with it. I'm going to just take my finger and I'm going to pat in between these two colors just to blend it. Just so it looks nice and seamless. I'm going to take a little bit of that contour color again with the MAC, what is it? The Coastal Scents 250, and I'm going to blend the edge of the blue. I don't know, I'm kind of failing at this a little bit, guys. Taking more of the blue, blending that up a little, and making sure that's all blended. Grabbing a little bit more of the crease color from the contour palette, blend it in. Okay, that's better. Okay. So let's apply it to the other eye now. I have this black eyeliner that I got. It's called the Très Jolie Gel Liner Pencil. I know I had a little trouble getting that out. Alright, so I'm going to put this on the lower lash line and the upper lash line. So let's actually start with the upper lash line, shall we? Oh, it's a twist up? No, it's not. It is not a twist up. I thought it was. Yes, it is. Oh, it is a twist up. And it's got a little sharpener on the bottom, so it actually reminds me of the NARS pencil. Yay! So I'm going to take a little tiny bit of this pencil and I'm going to run this on the upper lash line right at the lashes. If you guys can do this without pulling your lid, more power to you. Now I'm just going to take a smudge brush. I got this in a glam bag. No, glam bag. Why am I talking about glam bag? I got this in my BoxyCharm. Just some whatever brush that this is the only thing it's good for. Just smudge it out. Very lightly run a brush or a pencil brush right over it. And it gives it that dusty look. So it looks like that. I like the way that looks. And I like the way the black kind of blends into the metallic. It looks nice. But I want it to come out a little bit. So now that that's finished, I'm going to go onto the lower lash line. Let's add some of that black. I'm just going to go about halfway. This pencil's really super creamy, guys. And let's smudge it out. If you get a little crazy with the eyeshadow or the pencil, you just cotton bud it. Cotton bud it. Okay, I am going to take a little bit of that white shadow and I'm going to add a little bit more to the eyelid because I feel like we lost a little bit of it. The whitish blue. So lastly, I'm going to go in with the contour palette and I'm going to grab this darkest shade right here. It's kind of a almost like reddy brown. And I'm going to work a little bit of that in the deepest part of the crease. Just to kind of deepen that up a little bit. I also have this mascara. This is the new NYX, the Skinny Mascara. So I'm excited to try this. Let's see how this applies. Whoa, mama, is that a skinny wand. This is the skinniest wand I've ever seen. I mean, this wand is even smaller than Bottom Lash Mascara. I mean, look at how tiny it is. Can you even see it? It's so tiny. Well, you'll definitely be able to get every last lash with this one. I'll say that I don't normally like NYX mascaras, and this goes right along with it. don't really like this. You have to put a lot of work into this mascara. Is this meant for the upper lashes? Yeah, this is meant for the upper and lower lashes, and it seems like a lot of work. So, yeah. I don't really like having to do that much work for anything, really. But this is hella annoying. Okay. I'm going to grab another mascara because this is taking me way too long. Yeah. Okay, don't hate me, but I'm going for my CoverGirl Clump Crusher because that mascara, no. I can't do that much work for lashes. Okay, I cheated. I used a little of that CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Now I'm going to use that same skinny mascara, but I'm going to use that for the lower lashes. If this smudges on me, I'm going to get so annoyed. So that is the eyes done. Let's zoom out and do the rest of the face. I think this is one of those looks like I just didn't think it was going to pull together. Like I started to doubt myself. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla on my under eyes. You know, I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge. Now I'm going to take my Serenity Scat Pressed Powder Foundation in Fairest and set my face. So for contouring, I'm obviously going to grab this contour palette back because we're contouring, right? There's 4 shades in here. I'm actually going to go for the same shade we use on the eyes, and I'm going to use this. I'm actually using this for the first time. This is my Real Techniques, that contour brush, and I've never used it. So we're going to use this. Ooh, 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 okay. I don't usually do a contour that strong straight away. It's really hard to put a tiny bit of product on with this brush. So I think the best way for me to use this brush is kind of patting it and lightly sweeping it because it's very heavy. You can get very heavy-handed with this brush very quickly. So I like the way that it came out. Not bad, not bad. Not as nice as the NYX blush in taupe. It seems a little bit more brown and a little less taupe, but I like it. It's alright. It's alright. I'm not like losing my brains over it. Okay. I have a bunch of their new HD blushes to use. Not sure which one I want to use though. Intuition. It's very pretty. I'm going to use my Serenity Scat brush. This actually has some gold flecks in it. And I'm going to apply that. It's very pigmented. Woo! Okay, and I'm actually going to go back into this contour palette for my highlight. I guess I'm going to use this Frosty highlight. Wait, let me see. We got the Frosty and we have the Champagne. I think I'm going to go for the Frost. See what this looks like. It is definitely frosty. This reminds me of that Chanel highlight, that silvery one, actually. It's pretty. You know what we can do, guys? I'm going to take a little bit of this Frosty highlight also. I'm going to put that right here in the inner corner. Just right in the inner corner. So I have a bunch of the new glosses and I figured let's figure out what gloss we're going to use with this look. Alright, because we're so blue and like smoky, maybe we should kind of keep it neutrally. Let's see. This one is called Tres Leches. Tres Leches. I love Tres Leches. I have to say I like the applicator on the other NYX products better. Okay, so that's what Tres Leches looks like. It's pretty. I'm not really wowed. It's very nude. So let's see if we can find like a more berry. Yeah, let's go for this more berry color because I think this will be more up my alley. Okay, now we're going to try this color Toasted Marshmallow. I don't know how they came up with the name Toasted Marshmallow. Ooh, this color is serious business. Now this is definitely a double bold look with this color on. It's pretty. I'm a little nervous, I gotta be honest, about this spreading because it feels very pigmented, but it feels very slippery. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now, and you could definitely go with like a totally bold, I mean like nude lip with this. I think that would look great, but we're gonna leave it at this really intense Toasted Marshmallow. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Oh, I almost forgot. If you recreate this look in any way, don't forget to tag me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any of my social media that is linked below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.